Good morning. It's Friday, May 24th. I took the day off again to work on the marshmallow. And so far what I've done is I've re-glued the front supports as well and braced them. The braces are still up for the long ones. I know that stuff is just cured, but I just figure I'll leave it in there for now. I've got the framing in for the driver's side of the hinge box, and I'm ready to make the template for the paneling. Here's the template all set up on there, ready to be taken off. Okay, I got the insulation sort of mapped out for the inside there and for here before I put the panels on. I'm just using scraps, so I sort of piecemeal put it together, and I'm not actually going to put it in until I've got the other hinge box made, so that when I open up a can I can use the whole can. I'll probably put the insulation on both sides of the hinge box, and then I will, whatever was left in the can, I'll run along here to fill this in. So let me get the other hinge box made. Second side is frame is built out and the insulation is cut, and I also have the panel cut, so I'm ready to install the panel and then spray foam in the insulation. I don't know if you noticed or not, but I did not do a vertical 2x2 on the back side of this one here. You see I did on that side. Oops. Because I thought maybe it needed that stabilization. But honestly, when I started building this frame out, I forgot the 2x2 until I was about to start connecting the bottom pieces, which are the first pieces I do. And so I hadn't gotten that far, really. I hadn't actually really connected anything, and it was easy enough for me to cut this one shorter to account for a 2x2 going up. But I really felt that it was sort of sturdy enough, and I didn't need that extra weight, that extra thickness of 2x2. So there we go. All right, I am going to I think I will glue in the insulation first on the inside, on that back side in there. And well, first I will take this stuff out, and then I will glue in those panels in there on the back side, and then I will screw on the paneling, and then I'll place these in, because I don't think I really need to spray foam those in. They're pretty tight. I think they'll be all right. And if they're not, if they rattle loose, then I can spray foam them in at another time. It's not like this is going to be closed off. This is all going to still be open, of course, for the hinges. So, moving along today. Ready to cut the first panel. It's wicked windy out here. Hinge boxes are basically done. I will, of course, trim them out later on when I'm finishing this whole project. black flies are horrible. Oh. I don't think anybody tells you, I haven't seen it in any other van build videos, how much you will just stand or sit and stare at everything as you try to figure out what you're going to do next or how you're going to do it. I've done a lot of that today, building those boxes out, but I'm pretty pleased with how they turn out. And I've debated back and forth about 6 dozen times whether I should build the wheel boxes first or put the floor in first. And there's pros and cons to both. So I think I've finally decided that I will put the floor in first and then build the boxes over what's left, sticking up above the floor. So I think I'm going to start that next. I would like to do up here, which still needs to be cleaned out. It's pretty yucky. But I'm going to have to wait until these braces are ready to come down to do that. And I really just want to leave those up a few days. So I think I'm going to start on the floor next. And I've used enough 2x2s on the up and around here and on the hinge boxes that I'm going to have to buy more to be able to do the whole floor. But I can start on the floor today anyway. It's already, I don't know, it's already like 3:30 in the afternoon, so I'm not going to do a whole lot more anyway. I'm just glad to have those hinge boxes done, because those are kind of fiddly to build, and I don't like fiddly things. It takes a lot out of me. So, onto the floor. I have run out of 2x2s. So this is how much of the floor framing I got done. It's 6 p.m. Friday night. I'm not going to do any more, but I'm pretty happy with what I got done today. Like I said, there's a lot of standing around looking at all this, trying to figure out what I'm going to do next, or trying to figure out how to do what I'm going to do next. And I'll just continue this video over the weekend. Good morning. It's Saturday, May 25th. It's about 10 till 8 in the morning. I didn't get as early of a start as I wanted to. My alarm went off at 6. I hit the snooze, and then I woke up at 6:45. So, took the dogs out, hopped in the shower, made coffee, left about 7:30. So I'm on my way to Home Depot to get more 2x2s. My back is killing me from yesterday. Usually it hurts at night, and then when I wake up in the morning I'm all better, but not this morning. It still really hurts. Probably from all the bending over, screwing down those 2x2s for the floor framing, and bending over to use a chop saw as well. Anyway, I'm going to treat myself to a Boston cream donut here at Dunkin' Donuts. No napkin. I hate when they do that. I know this is a crap breakfast, but it isn't very often I have a donut. And if I'm going to have one, might as well go all out. Memorial Day weekend, so I know the state troopers are going to be out in force. My son had to drive about an hour on the highway yesterday, south, for work. In the hour he was on the highway, he saw 6 state troopers on the way down and 9 state troopers on the way back. Yummy. Insulation is in for the first section, and I'm about to make a template. I am going to use plywood for the floor. It's actually a really nice birch veneered plywood. I have 6 sheets of it that I had bought to make cabinets and shelves for my craft room. But then I ended up getting all the free stuff at work, like the IKEA cubes and the desk. So I don't need them for that anymore. And they've been up in the barn for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years now. So I know the birch plywood is a little bit soft, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and use that plywood because I got to put plywood down anyway. And you know, in a couple years, if it's just looking a bit rough because it's gotten scraped up, scuffed up, whatever, I can always do something else over the floor since I'm making the cabinets removable. So, all right, let's get that template made. So I have 2 sections of the flooring in. I've got to pull it out, sand it down, sand the edges, and then stain it, polyurethane it, etc. And then I'll put it back in. Just have this last section to go. Oh. So, I think I'm going to be pretty happy with the plywood floor. Again, it's a birch veneer, so it's soft. But that's okay. And of course, I'll probably put 3, if not 4, coats of polyurethane on it, which will help to harden it up a little bit, protect it. So I was going to finish up the framing on that section of the floor, but just as I put this in, I felt the first little splatters of rain. So I think I'm going to quit for tonight. It's 5:30 anyway, so tomorrow I will work on that, and I'll work on building the boxes for this. I'm probably going to wrap this video up now though. So, thanks very much for watching. Let me know if you like this style better, where I just show you what I've gotten done, or whether you like a style better where I show you doing stuff. Doesn't matter to me. Next one, half dozen the other. Alright, that's it. Thanks very much for watching, and have a great day, and happy Memorial Day.